Na, 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 na. Ain't never been this way. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, what's up, everybody? How we doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome back to another incredible stream chat. Today, things are going to be a little bit different than what you guys are used to. If you guys came from Fall Guys, you came from whenever we were gaming, doing a lot of stuff like that, we will obviously still be gaming. But today, we're going to be doing some riddles. Everybody loves riddles, right? Riddles are so much fun. I, as a kid, was like the biggest riddle guy on the planet, bro. I was like a big riddle guy, bro. I loved them. I was like, did you guys have like gifted and talented, stuff like that, like GT, where basically you did like problem solving stuff? I got to do all that stuff as a kid. I was very, very blessed to do so. And my favorite was always doing riddles. So today, chat, I'm gonna have 2 hours to beat 5 of the hardest riddles on the planet. So there are a lot of riddles. There are like 25 riddles in our little compilation, but I need to beat 5 of them to complete the challenge, and I have 2 hours, but I can only spend 10 minutes on each riddle. It's very, 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 very simple. Very, very easy. I have a riddle for all of you guys. What's red and says subscribe? Huh? Huh? What's it? Imagine? Imagine, chat? Love your stream, Tina. Thank you, baby. Appreciate you. The subscribe. Oh my God, Jay, you're a genius. Oh my goodness. Chad, you'll be happy to know that TikTok Live just is not working. Who's excited to hear that? Me, Halite. I'm excited to hear TikTok Live isn't working. Me. Dude, I got back-to-back community violations or something. Why am I not live? Oh, I think I know why I'm not live. Oh my gosh. Wait. Ha, I'm an idiot. Wait. Did that work? Yeah! Woo! Hunter's so smart. Woo! Do you like men? Way to start off the stream, huh, baby? Appreciate you. Love that out of you. And what's going on, baby? Does anyone know what's going on with TikTok? Like, I'm not able to go live. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Fuck it, we ball. I'm just gonna refresh it, and if it doesn't work, then we just go full fuck it, we ball mode. Who did that? Jay, oh my God, little homie Chad. Did you guys know Jay's a bazillionaire? He has like 400, 500, 600, maybe even 1,000,000 subscribers at this point because he just keeps growing so fast. TikTok. Come on, man. Come on, TikTok. Work with me here. Save and go live. Thank you. I'm sorry. A little delay in getting everything started. But we should be good to go. I'm going to give TikTok one more chance, and then if it doesn't go live, we just go full frick it, we ball, and we do the challenge. Are we balling? Are we on a budget? Can anyone go check TikTok? Oh my gosh, I'm a little homie now. Hey, chat. Let's get some big boy W's from Jay. Yes, TikTok's working. Yes, yes. All right, let's get checked. You chop it back at the gym? Yeah. Em, what's good, baby? All right, let's get it. Okay, chat, here we go. Let's officially start the challenge by turning on all the timers. So this is our first riddle basically today. If you're just now joining us, chat, first off, everyone on TikTok, thank you so much for all the likes, follows. Appreciate you. The more you guys like, the more that you guys follow, the more that you guys interact with the stream, the more it helps our community, man. It's so helpful, and it's completely free. So thank you to everyone who's doing that. With that said, today I have 2 hours to complete 5 riddles, but I only get 10 minutes per riddle, so I have to think fast. I have to get through them. These are like the hardest riddles we can find on the internet. A lot of them are TEDx. It's going to be a long day for me, but it should be super duper 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 fun. I used to do these a lot. We used to do riddles a lot back in the day, and like, I love them. So I'm actually super excited about this. This is like low-key, like one of the ones where I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do what I want to do. So without further ado, let's go ahead and cut on the timer. Chat, you guys can solve them, and you can decide in the chat if you guys want to give me the right answer or the wrong answer. I have to lock in my answer before 10 minutes. And if you guys want to help me, that's great. If you don't want to help me, it's not great, but you can do the riddles too. Here we go. Let's turn on the timer. Starting now. The timer is going. There we go. Beautiful. And then let's turn on the stopwatch. Bang, our time is officially started on the stopwatch. Chat, just pretend like you guys didn't see this. Refresh. Bang. Turn on the stopwatch now. There we go. Okay. All right. All right. I need to turn off the music. Everyone be quiet, chat. Everyone shh.
After years of experiments, you've finally created the pets of the future.
Okay.
Nano rabbits.
Nano rabbits.
They're fuzzy and they multiply faster than the eye can see.
That's $1 billion idea.
In your lab, there are 36 habitats.
There's no way that
in an inverted pyramid with 8 cells in the top row. The first has 1 rabbit. The second has 2.
It's exponential.
And so on, with 8 rabbits in the last one. The other rows of cells are empty. For now. The rabbits are hermaphroditic, and each rabbit in a given cell will breed once with every rabbit in the horizontally adjacent cells, producing exactly 1 offspring each time. The newborn rabbits will drop into the cell directly below the 2 cells of its parents, and within minutes will mature and reproduce in turn. Each cell can hold 10 to the 80th power nanorabbits. That's a 1 followed by 80 zeros before they break free and overrun the world. Your calculations have given you a 46-digit number for the count of rabbits in the bottom cell. Plenty of room to spare. But just as you pull the lever to start the experiment, your assistant runs in with terrible news. A rival lab has sabotaged your code so that all the zeros at the end of your results got cut off. That means you don't actually know if the bottom cell will be able to hold all the rabbits, and the reproduction is already underway. To make matters worse,
I'm already 2 minutes in.
Calculators are all malfunctioning, so you only have a few minutes to work it out by hand.
Okay, I actually have a notebook paper.
Zeros should there be at the end of the count of rabbits in the bottom habitat? And do you need to pull the emergency shutdown lever?
Okay. I actually have pen and pencil. Okay. I've got pen and pencil. We're 2 minutes in. 2 minutes in. Oh, shit, Chad. I forgot to tell you what's on the line. If I can't get this done today, you guys get to post whatever picture you guys want of me on my Instagram. Like, literally whatever. So I kind of forgot about that, but that's a very important piece of the puzzle here, is that you guys can choose anything for me to upload on Instagram. Literally anything. You guys can make me take any picture. Obviously, I can't get naked, but not feet. Not feet in all caps. Anything but feet in all caps. Mastro, thank you for the likes. Roman, thank you for the likes. Gabe, thank you for the likes. All right, here we go. Everyone with all the love, thank you for the likes. Thank you for the follows. Appreciate you guys being here. Let's lock it in. Top row has 8 habitats. Okay, and then it goes, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Each rabbit in a habitat will breed once with every rabbit in the habitat on its left and right, but not with other rabbits in its own habitat. Each breeding produces exactly 1 offspring. Okay. Let's go back here to where they give us a really nice diagram. Okay, perfect. So they already gave us the answer. They already gave us the answer for the ones below here. So 2, and then 6, and then 12, and then 20, and then 30, and then 42, and then 56. Great, perfect. Can you perhaps like zoom out on the screen? Yes, you can do this. Is this better? There, you guys should be able to see everything now. Sorry, YouTube, you're going to have to deal with it. for TikTok's purposes. All right. So now from here, we need to go down here and just keep funneling down. So it should be 12 here. Oh my God, 72 here. 240 here. Quick maps, chat. 600 here. Oh, this is going to get real big real fast. Pause. Chat. Pause. This is impossible. This is actually impossible. 1,260. And then, dude, I don't even know. I don't even know. 112. So 224. 224. And then, oh my God. First two on the top line multiplied together. Give the bottom left. Mason! 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 What would I do without you, my brother? What would I do without you, my brother? Mason, you're telling me that it's this number multiplied by this number. That, Mason, that's what you're telling me. Wait, and then here's here, brother. Mason. And then there's the same here. Mason, and then here's the same. Mason, they explain that in the rules, my brother. The problem is the numbers start getting so big, right? The numbers start getting so big and you can't use a calculator. Okay? I can't use a calculator, man. So, the thing is, right? Let's go back to the screen. So it's 8 with how many zeros?
How many trailing zeros should there be at the end of the count of rabbits in the bottom habitat?
How many
And
trailing
do you
zeros?
The emergency shutdown lever.
The top row has 8 habitats. Done. Each rabbit, done. Each breeding will produce exactly 1 offspring. Each offspring drops into the habitat below the 2 habitats of its parents. 46 digits, followed by some number of zeros. I can't use a calculator. Chat. There's no way I'm getting, there's literally no way that I'm getting 5 of these. There's no way I'm getting 5 of these. How in the world am I going to get 5 of these? Okay. The numbers just get so big, man. They just get so freaking big. Go back and see how much the number was, and then add 80 zeros. Oh my God, Blake! Blake, you're a genius! Yes, Blake! Oh my God, they already told us the number. Oh my God, you're a genius.
Run the world.
I'm an idiot.
Your calculations have given you a 46-digit number for the...
Oh, 46 digits, okay. So we have 46 digits. So 4, 6, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, 1, 0, 2, 2, 8, 3, 0, 2, 1, 4, 6, 8, 7, 8, 5, 1, 0, 1, 4, 2, 1, 5, 3. Why am I writing all this down? Okay, wait. Listen.
Count of rabbits. Your calculations have given you a 46-digit number.
46-digit number. Chat, the number is arbitrary.
Rabbits in the bottom cell. Plenty of room to spare.
46 digits. We can have 80
Just
digits.
as you pull the lever to start the experiment, your assistant runs in with terrible news. A rival lab has sabotaged your code.
Not Nano Cats Inc. Come on.
So that all the zeros at the end of your results got cut off. That means you don't actually know if the bottom cell will be able to hold all the rabbits, and the reproduction is already underway. To make matters worse, your devices and calculators are all malfunctioning, so you only have a few minutes to work it out by hand.
Chat.
How many trailing zeros should there be at the end of the count of rabbits in the bottom habitat? And do you need to pull the emergency shutdown lever?
So we got 46 as our final digit. $46 as our final digit. Without the zeros. Real Weber, thank you for the follow. Shadowy Trouble, thank you for the follow. Everyone with all the likes and follows, I appreciate you. I'm lost. I can't use a calculator. Okay. So we need to have 34 zeros at the end for it to be possible. How much time? Oh, I lose. All right, I'm just going to say 34 zeros. We don't need to click the thing. Final answer. My 10 minutes are up on the thing. Let's hear what they have to say. I'll give you guys the answers. I screwed myself. Here we go. Answer time. I'm just going to guess we need 34. 34 zeros.
There
how
isn't
many?
Enough time to calculate the exact number of rabbits in the final cell.
Yeah, no
This
duh.
says we don't need to. All
It's
we need to
arbitrary.
figure
I did
out
know
is
that.
How many trailing zeros it has. But how can we know how many trailing zeros a number has
I don't know.
without calculating the number itself? What we do know is that we arrive at the number of rabbits in the bottom cell through a process of multiplication.
True.
Literally.
So we can just
The
divide.
number of rabbits in each cell is the product of the number of rabbits in each of the two cells above it.
Uh-huh.
And there are only two ways to get numbers with trailing zeros through multiplication.
Okay.
Either multiplying a number ending in 5 by any even number, or
True.
by multiplying numbers that have trailing zeros themselves.
Oh, chat.
Let's calculate the number of rabbits in the second row and see what patterns emerge.
Oh, chat.
Two of the numbers have trailing zeros, 20 rabbits in the fourth cell and 30 in the fifth cell.
Oh,
But
chat.
there are no numbers ending in 5. And since the only way to
Oh,
get a number
chat.
ending in 5 through multiplication
Is to have a
by
5.
starting with a number ending in
Oh, this is going to be tough, dude. This is going to be a long day at the office.
That means we only need to worry about the numbers that have trailing zeros
It's
themselves.
facts.
And a neat trick to figure out the amount of trailing zeros in a product is to count and add the trailing zeros in each of the factors. For example, 10 times 100 equals 1,000.
True.
So let's take the numbers in the fourth and fifth cells and multiply down from there. 20 and 30 each have 1 0. So the product of both
600
cells will have 2 trailing zeros.
Doesn't
while the
matter, I
product
guess.
of either cell and an adjacent non-zero
We'll have
ending
1
cell
0.
will have only 1. When we continue
Chat, how am
all
I
the way
supposed to
down,
be
we end
this
up with
smart?
35 zeros in the bottom cell.
Oh
And
my
if we
God.
multiply the
Chat, I have 30. Chat, I have 34 zeros. I have 34 zeros. I was 1 off. And I said no.
potential nano rabbit apocalypse, you might notice that counting the
Frick!
zeros this way forms part of Pascal's triangle. Adding
Frick.
those 35
Okay.
zeros to the
Okay.
46-digit number we
Okay.
had before.
Keep it
yields
pushing.
an 80
Next one, chat. Next one. All right, I'll let you guys finish it. I'll let you guys finish it so you can
big
feel
for the
good.
habitat to contain.
And then we'll
We rush
reset.
over and pull the emergency
Yep, you
switch
need that.
just as the 7th generation of rabbits was about to mature.
Saved it. Perfect. Okay. Chat, we know the final. All right, let me reset the stopwatch. And let's start now. Okay, here we go. 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 Riddle number 2. I have to
One
get
the
5 of
kingdom's
them
most
finished.
Prosperous merchants has been exposed for his corrupt dealings. Nearly all of his riches are invested in a collection of 30 exquisite Burmese rubies, and the crowd in the square is clamoring for their confiscation to reimburse his victims.
Mm-hmm.
But the scoundrel and his allies at court have made it.
He kinda looks like a scoundrel, chat. Chat, anyone that sits like this is a scoundrel, bro. Chat, you can't be posted up sitting like this, bro, and not just be a scoundrel, bro.
Because there's
No way his legs are that far spread, chat. Man spreading? Scoundrel.
Will be determined through a game
This
of
guy gets
chance
no
between
play.
the merchant and the king's
Who stands up
clever
like that?
advisor.
That guy said.
You're both told the rules in advance. The
Goofy
merchant
goober.
will be allowed to discreetly divide his rubies
All right.
among 3 boxes,
Okay.
which will then be placed in front of you.
Okay, 3 boxes.
You will be given 3 cards and must write a number between 1 and 30 on
Okay.
each before putting a card in front of each of the boxes. The boxes will then all be opened. For each box, you will receive exactly as many rubies as the number written on the corresponding card, if the box has at least that many. But if your number is greater than the number of rubies actually there, the scoundrel gets to keep the entire box.
So we need to be
The
less.
king puts just 2 constraints on how the scoundrel distributes his rubies. Each box must contain at least 2 rubies, and one of the boxes must contain exactly 6 more rubies than another, but you won't know which boxes those are. After a few minutes of deliberation, the merchant hides the gems, and the boxes are brought in front of you. Which numbers should you choose in order to guarantee the largest possible fine for the scoundrel?
I like that.
And the greatest compensation for his victims.
Here we go, chat. Okay, there are 30 rubies divided between 3 boxes, all right? So there are 30 rubies total, okay? Easy. Each box must have at least 2 rubies, and one box has 6 more than one of the others, okay? So, in theory, there's one box with only 2 rubies. One box at least has to have 8 rubies, which means there's 20 rubies left. So, that's pretty simple. So one box potentially could have 20 rubies in it, but you're going to doubt that that's the case, you know, but it could be. For each of the boxes, if the number you wrote down is less than or equal to the number of rubies in the box, you may confiscate that many rubies, okay? If it is greater, the merchant gets to keep the entire box. All right, so we want to play safe so we get the max out of the ruby guy possible, right? The merchant knows the rules ahead of time and will do his best to maximize his chances of keeping as many rubies as possible, okay? Now, the thing is, the rubies have to be divided in the boxes, right? So they have to be all of the rubies have to be in the boxes. So there's no like one has 2, one has 8, one has 2. He has to fill the rubies up all the way, right? So, knowing that, we know that one of the boxes, this is a classic law school. I bet that this is probably on an LSAT exam somewhere. I bet this exact question is on an LSAT exam somewhere. So basically, we have box here. So box is at least 2. Okay, at least 2. This box is at least 8, and then this box is, you know, at least also 2. Let's assume at least also 2. Why? Because all we know is one of the boxes, y'all can't fucking see. All we know is one of the boxes has to have at least 8, right? One of the boxes, okay? One of them. So, with that knowledge, let's try to solve this, all right? Angel, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Everyone with all the likes and follows on TikTok, appreciate you. Okay, so now how are we going to solve this problem, right? We're trying to maximize the amount of rubies that we get back from old boy and minimize the number that he gets to keep. So if we were to do, let's say that there's 24, or there would be 22 left over between the other 2 boxes, because we know one at least has 8 in them. So we would have 22 to divide between the other ones, right? So then potentially, right, if we just divided them between the 2, we would have 11 and 11. But that can't be true because one of the boxes has to have 6 more than the other box, right? So anytime one of the boxes goes up, right, the other one that has to have 6 more than it has to go up as well. So what I would do here to maximize my returns if I was the bad guy or the good guys, right? I would put 8 for all of the boxes. I would guess 8 for all of the boxes. 8, 8, 8. Why would I do 8 all across the board? Because we're going to miss on one box maybe. And this is just what I would do, and there's probably a better way. This is what I would do logically. The minimum in one box is 8, so we know we're getting 8 rubies for sure, okay? That's the minimum, right? Now, in the bigger box, we know for a fact there's going to be at least 8 there, right? So we can guarantee 16 rubies back from the dude, even if one of the boxes only has 2 and he gets to keep that entire box, right? So that's a big blessing. Now, let's envision that we are the bad guy and we assume that this is what the person is going to do, okay? So if I know that the guy's going to guess 8 all across because that's like the minimum, how can we get it down to 16, like below 16 if I'm the bad guy? How in the world can I do that? So what I would do, okay, if I was a bad guy, right? If I was the bad guy, I would make one of the boxes 7, okay? So I would make one of the boxes 7, and we know one of the boxes has to have 13 more than that 7, correct? So one of them has 7 in it, so I get to keep 7. And then the other one has 13 because it has to have 6 more than the 7, okay? And that means the other box has 10, which means no matter how we flip it around, even if I'm trying to perfectly finesse, I still, if I'm the bad guy, keep 7, and then 6, and then 2, right? So I still keep 15 regardless. Wait, yeah, 7, or no, 1, I keep this 7, and then I keep 5 from here, so that's 12, and then I keep 2 from here, so I keep 14 regardless. So if we do it this way, no matter what the bad guy does, we get to keep 16, he only gets to keep 14, no matter how he flips it. So I'm guessing 8 across the board. Let's see if that's the answer. Here we go, baby.
You don't want to overshoot by being
Don't want to
greedy,
overshoot.
but there is a way you can guarantee to get more than half of this.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why he's the MVP. Did you just hear what he said? Did everyone hear that? Oh my God. Someone studied for the LSAT back in the day before he became a stupid streamer. Listen.
You don't want to overshoot by being too greedy, but there is a way you can guarantee to get more than half of the scoundrel's stash. The situation resembles an
That's what I'm
adversarial
talking about!
game like chess, only here you can't see the
Oh
opponent's
my
position.
God.
To figure out the minimum number of rubies you're guaranteed to win,
Why,
you
man?
need to look for the
That feels
worst
good. We
case
needed that.
scenario, as if the merchant already knew your move and could arrange the rubies to minimize your winnings. Because you have no way of knowing which boxes will have more or fewer rubies, you should pick the same number for each. Suppose you write 3 9s. The scoundrel might have allocated the rubies as 8, 14, and 8. In that case, you'd receive 9 from the middle box and no others. On the other hand, you can be sure that at least 2 boxes have a minimum of 8 rubies. Here's why. We'll start by assuming the opposite, that 2 boxes have 7 or fewer. Those could not be the 2 that differ by 6, because every box must have at least 2 rubies. In that case, the third box would have at most 13 rubies. That's 7 plus 6. Add up all 3 of those boxes, and the most that could equal
It's
is
not 30.
27. Since that's less than 30,
Zare,
this
thank you for the
scenario
heart,
isn't
man.
possible.
Parker, thank you for the
You
likes.
now know,
Unreal, thank you for
by
the
what's
likes.
called a
Everyone with all the
proof by
likes, thank you so much for the love
that
on
2 of the
TikTok.
boxes have
Appreciate you.
8 or more rubies. If you
That
ask for
feels
8
so
from
good.
all 3 boxes, you'll receive at least 16, and that's the best you can guarantee, as you can see by thinking again about the 8, 14, 8 scenario. You've recovered more than half the scoundrel's fortune as restitution for the public. And though he's managed to hold on to some of his rubies, his fortune has definitely lost some of its shine.
I love
If you
that.
enjoyed that,
I did enjoy that. I enjoyed that a lot, actually. Chat, we got one. Dude, we've done these before where I've literally not gotten a single one. So that felt really good. I'll be honest with you guys. Wins. So an hour 36 left to get 4 more. Totally fine. Oops. Chat, you guys think we can do it? Loki? Dude, jävla larifita. Bang. Okay. All right, let's keep this pushing. Let's go to the next one. Bang. And let's start it, and I'm going to start the timer.
You're the chief advisor
Bang.
to an eccentric king who needs to declare his successor. He wants his heir to be good at arithmetic, lucky, and above
I need to
all
keep it
else,
like this, right,
honest.
chat?
So he's devised
For,
a competition to
TikTok?
test his children and ordered you to choose the winner. Each potential heir will be given the same two six-sided dice. The red die has the numbers 2,
I think I've done this one
7,
before. I've done that one before. I can't do that one again. I've seen that one before. I'm not going to scam you guys.
Mining unobtainium is hard work. The rare mineral appears in only 1% of rocks in
Yeah, I
the
haven't done
mine.
this one. All right, here we
But
go.
Your friend Tricky Joe.
Thank you guys
has
so much for
something
all the
up
likes
his
and
sleeve.
follows, baby.
The
Appreciate
unobtainium
you.
detector he's been perfecting for months is finally ready. The device never fails to detect unobtainium if any is present. Otherwise, it's still highly reliable, returning accurate readings 90% of the time. On his first day trying it out in the field, the device goes off, and Joe happily places the rock in his cart. As the two of you head back to camp where the ore can be examined, Joe makes you an offer. He'll sell you the ore for just $200. You know that a piece of unobtainium that size would easily be worth $1,000, but any other minerals would be effectively worthless. Should you make the trade?
All right, 1% of mines. This is a very simple one, but a very complex one. Let's break this down a little bit, chat. Okay. Only 1% of the rocks in the mine contain unobtainium. So 1% contain it. 1% get the green light. The device will always detect unobtainium if it is present. So if unobtainium is there, it will always say yes. Say yes, right? If a rock doesn't contain unobtainium, the device will give the correct reading 90% of the time. So I'm assuming that means the wording here is a little bit weird, but if it's giving the correct reading 90% of the time, it means that 90% of the time it'll say, yes, there is unobtainium, or no, there's not unobtainium. So it'll say, so we have a 10% like flaw rate, or like we'll just call it a burn rate. It's just easier. Let's call it a 10% burn rate. And now let's go back to the numbers. We're offered $200 for the rock, and we know it's worth $1,000, which is 5 times. We can 5x our money potentially.
Be worth $1,000, but any other minerals would be effectively worthless.
Okay.
Should you make the trade?
Should we give this guy $200? Okay. Here we go. So 1% of the rocks in the mine contain unobtainium, which means it's a very, very low percentage. Did they say anywhere how many mines were in the, or how many rocks were in the mine? My first thought would be buy it.
Unobtainium is
but I want to see how
work.
many rocks are in the mine.
The rare mineral appears in only 1% of rocks in the mine.
There's 100 rocks in the mine. So 1 out of every 100 rocks. So there's 1 rock in the whole mine.
But your friend Tricky Joe has something up his sleeve. The unobtainium detector he's been perfecting for months is finally ready. The device never fails to detect unobtainium if any is present. Otherwise, it's still highly reliable, returning accurate readings 90% of the time. On his first day trying it out in the field, the device goes off, and Joe happily places the rock in his cart. As the two of you head back to camp where the ore can be examined, Joe makes you an offer. He'll sell you the ore for just $200. You know that a piece of unobtainium that...
So chat, here's where my disconnect is, right? So if Joe is selling us the unobtainium for $200, right? So selling the unobtainium for $200, okay? So $200 versus $1,000, right? So it's $200 versus $1,000, okay? So that's a 5x percentage, okay? Right? So we're getting 5 times our money to run the risk, right? But 90% of the time, the gun works. The thing that he's using works, excuse me. 90% of the time, the thing works. So here's where I would put our cutoff point at. If he offered us $900, that's where I would be like, it's not worth the risk. But since he's only offering it to us for $200 and potentially we could get a 5 times return on it, I'm going to say that we buy it because of how reliable the odds are of us getting some profit, right? Like as the money goes up, my answer starts to become no. But since there's a 90% chance that the gun is correct, that would put my value on the rock at $900. Since 90% of the time, it's going to be a proper reading. So I think that the rock is worth $900, and that's where I would not sell it at, personally.
That size would easily be worth $1,000, but any other minerals would be effectively worthless. Should you make the trade?
Here we go. Yes. Final answer.
Intuitively, it seems like a good deal. Since the detector is correct most of the time, shouldn't you be able to trust its reading? Unfortunately, no. Here's why. Imagine the mine has exactly 1,000 pieces of ore. An unobtainium rarity of 1% means that there are only 10 rocks with the precious mineral inside. All 10 would...
I'm an idiot. There's going to be 100 false positives. All right, so there are going to be... there are going to be 100 false positives. I'm an idiot.
Set off the detector.
I'm an idiot. There's going to be
But
100 false positives.
990 rocks.
Yeah, there would be
unobtainium.
Yeah.
Well,
there would be 90.
891 rocks to be exact. Won't set off anything.
Yeah.
But 10%.
Yeah.
Or 99 rocks will set off the detector despite not having unobtainium.
Yeah.
A result known as a false positive.
Yeah.
Why does that matter?
Well, because
it means that all in all, 109 rocks will have triggered the detector. And Joe's rock could be any one of them, from the 10 that contain the mineral to the 99 that don't.
That's true.
Which means the chances of it containing unobtainium
slim.
Are 10 out of 109.
Not high,
About 9%.
Yeah. So if he'd offer for $90,
for a 9% chance of getting $1,000 isn't great odds.
Yeah, we need $90.
So why is this result so unexpected? And why did Joe's rock seem like such a sure bet?
Well, I'll tell you why, chat. Chat, let me tell you why I think that this riddle is flawed. Real quick, how much time do I have on the board? I think I have plenty of time to say that this riddle is flawed, right? 8 minutes and 47 seconds. Chat, why is this riddle flawed? Because if we're operating under the impression that there are how many ores, chat? 100. Because it shows the mine having 100 rocks. That means that there's only 9 rocks that are going to give us a false positive, correct? Other than, because there's a 1 positive, and then there are 9 rocks going to give us a false positive. Which means that we would get the rock that time. I would certainly take that risk that time because there's less rocks for there to be a false positive with. Even though it's still, I get that it's still the same ratio. I get that it's still the same ratio, but it still feels like our odds are better at 100. Even if it's not, I'm paying the 200. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm dumb. All I'm saying is I'm now 1 for 3 on riddles, and so I probably shouldn't buy it. Chat, I refuse to say what school I went to for college, because I don't want to bring down the ranking of our school. Let's keep it pushing on to the next one. Let's start a new timer. All right, let me make sure I haven't done this one. Oh, man.
You heard the traveler's tales. You followed the crumbling maps, and now, after a long and dangerous...
Done this one?
You're about to begin.
Yeah, I've done this one. I've done this one.
Performed at last night's fair.
I haven't done this one. Okay, let's start a new timer. Bang! Oops. I need to refresh it. Okay, there we go. All right, let's get it going.
You and your best friend Bill are the greatest bards in the kingdom, but maybe not the brightest.
All right, here we go.
The hit song you performed at last night's fair insulted the king, and now your hours are numbered. Just before your execution, you're approached by the princess, who happens to be a big fan.
Smash.
She slips you a pouch containing 2 magic 6-sided dice that can land any way you wish. You have no idea how this could possibly help, but you thank her anyways. As everything goes dark, you both suddenly find yourself standing in a deep cavern before a robed figure. It turns out that Death is a connoisseur of most excellent music. He's decided to give you a chance to escape your fate by beating him at his favorite game, life-sized snakes and ladders.
Sick.
The cavern has 100 rooms connected by passageways, as well as, you guessed it, snakes and ladders. Each turn, one of you will roll a die, then advance that many rooms. Ending your move at the bottom of a ladder means moving up to the top, while ending on a snake's head will make you slide down to its tail. Each of you must make your way through the cavern and reach the exit in fewer turns than Death himself. Before you can think twice, your host starts casting his die, and within 6 rolls, he's reached the cavern entrance. Better get moving, he says. Oh, and by the way, once one of you uses a snake or ladder, it'll disappear and be inaccessible to the other. You have no idea how you can possibly get lucky enough to win, but then you remember your magic dice. Can you figure out a sequence of rolls that will get both of you to the exit in 5 or fewer moves each?
Holy shit. Okay. Phenomenal. Chat, what we're gonna have to do here is utilize... There's 6-sided die, correct? The dice will roll any number you want between 1 and 6. So we can move 6, and we have 5 moves for each player. Perfect. So here's what we're going to have to do. What you're going to want to do in your head, right? Right, chat? You're going to want to take the big old ladder up, right? That's naturally, I want to go up to 75 off the rip because it feels good. We're making a lot of progress really, really fast. You guys feeling that? But the 2 that are looking the crispiest to me are number 35 and number 59, because those both put us within how many rolls of getting out, chat? Those put us within 1 roll of getting out. Also, so does 94. Wait. So we'd have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Also, 94 does too. So we either need to get to 59, 35, or 53. How are we going to do that? Well, let's look for a second. How much time do I have? All right, I have 4 minutes to figure this out. I'm going to have to do some thinking. I have an excellent idea. At 82... No, that's too far away. Because we could potentially go 75. We could roll a 4. Go 75. And then hit the snake's mouth at 76. Go back down. Okay, so one of the fellas is going to roll a 5. Okay, we have 5 turns. Remember, chat, we have 5 turns. One of the fellas is going to roll a 5 and then go to 15. Okay? Nope, that's not going to work. Wait, is that going to work? Go to 15. You got a 9. Nope, that's not going to work. Shit. Never mind. Scratch that, chat. Scratch that. Take that off the board. Mm-mm. 26. We can get to 6 on the roll. The 75, it looks so nice. I know it's not right. How much time do I have? Okay, I still have 4 minutes to figure this out. Wow, this is tough, huh? If you finish a move in a room, you must climb the bottom of the ladder. Must climb the ladder. Your hand, each team 5. Your turn to alternate. Immediately disappears. Okay. Okay, I'm going to have to assume one of them's going to have to roll a 4, and then the next one's going to have to roll a 5. We have no choice, really. So then this guy's going to be at 75. This guy's going to have to be at 15. Okay. So the guy who rolled the 4 is now at 75. So we're going to need him. He's at 75, so we need him to get to... Damn, there's no way to get to 59. Fast. Wait, yeah, there is. Okay, so he's at 75. So then we need him to roll a 1. He rolls a 1. He gets to 76. Now he's at 41. So he hits 41. Please, God, I got to go fast. Oh, shit. Okay, so he's at 40. I'm just going to finish this guy first, and then we're going to go from there. So he hits 41, takes him all the way down, and then he rolls a 3. That puts him at 44, and now he's up to 8. Nope, that's not what we want to do. Excuse me. That's not what I want to do. Okay, so he's at 41. And then now we roll him a 6. Wait, excuse me. We don't roll him a 6. We roll him a 5. So now he's at 47. And then we roll him a 6. Okay? So now whenever he hits the 6, he's up to 94. And then we roll him a 6 again. And now he's out. Okay, so he's out. So it should be 4, 1, 5, 6, 6. Okay, so we got him out, and now I have 1 more minute. Okay. So our first guy rolled a 5, so now he's up to 15. Then we're going to have him roll a 4. We're going to have him roll a 4. Now he's at 41. So now he's at 41. He hit 41, bang. Oh, fuck, I don't think I can get him out. Oh, no. I can't take him up to 82. Wait. He's at 41. Wait, okay. He's at 41. We roll him 5. We roll him a 5. Bang. So now he's 46. And then we roll him 6. Right? No. He's at 40. Wait, he's at 41. We roll him a 5. Now he's at 46. Now he's at 46. He's at 46. And then we roll him yeah, and then we need to roll him to 52. Chat. We roll him to 52. We roll him a 6. Bang. And then, fuck, I couldn't get him out. Damn it! No! I needed to get him to 35, chat. I couldn't get him there. No. No. Halite. What happened? How could I have gotten him to 70? $59 would have been a good shout too. Oh well. We lose. I got the first one out. Let's watch the answer.
The cavern contains many routes to the exit, and it's natural to gravitate to the ladders that allow you to cover a lot of ground quickly. Like this one.
Account, thank you for the likes. Tristan, thank you for the likes. Viv, thank you for the likes. Brad Boy, thank you for the likes. Hobo, thank you for the likes.
You'd need another 5 rolls to get out. Or this one. 3 ladders get you to 82.
Yeah.
But then it would take another 4 rolls to get around the pesky snake at 88. In fact, there's no path that can get you to the exit in 5 moves using exclusively ladders.
Facts.
So where does that leave you? Snakes.
Yeah.
It's counterintuitive to make moves that take you farther away from your target, but snakes open up a surprising amount of opportunities. For instance, these 3 ladders would put you a single roll from the exit, but cost too many turns to reach by ladders. These 2 are, however, only 5 and 12 rooms from snake tails respectively. So, could you work backwards from those to find a 5?
Which is what I tried to do. Gosh, dang it!
Exactly 2 5-turn routes.
So
you might
close,
find
man.
Using these ladders: ladder, snake, snake, ladder, exit, and ladder, ladder, snake, ladder, exit. So that's it, right? Unfortunately, no. The 2 paths share a snake and a ladder, each of which will be unusable after the first of you slides and then climbs. You won't find 5-turn moves anywhere else. So is one of you doomed? There's one more possibility to consider. The disappearing ladders and snakes can impede your progress, but could they also help it? There are 2 paths to the 94 ladder that almost work, except for this snake at exactly the midpoint between the 2 ladders. If Bill were to take that snake on his route, you could then get past it.
Dude, this one was hard, bro.
In just 5 moves. And good news, whichever path you choose, one of the 5 roll paths we found earlier does exactly that, without using any of your snakes or ladders. So all you need is for Bill to go first and stick to the plan. You and Bill both reach the...
All right, that was a W one. All right, let's keep it pushing. We have an hour and 11 left to chat. It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. It's not looking good.
You are the cargo director on the maiden voyage of the SS Buoyant.
It's hard because we've done some of these before. Yeah, get him, Flowers.
Professor Foucault.
Okay, I haven't done this one. All right, let's start the stopwatch. Oops. Yeah. All right.
Nano, the famous eccentric scientist and adventurer,
Clark, thank you,
has
baby.
embarked on a new challenge, flying around the world non-stop in a plane of his own design. Able to
Thank you for
travel
4
consistently
months.
at the incredible speed
Clark
of 1
side.
degree
Wow.
longitude around
Halite,
the equator
more like
per
handsome
minute,
light. Tiger is
the
going.
plane would take
No, thank you
6
so much for the
hours to
likes.
circle
Appreciate
the
you, baby.
world. There's just one problem. The plane can only hold 180 kiloliters of fuel, only enough for exactly half the journey.
I love you. Hey,
Let's
I
be
love you,
honest.
Kyle.
The professor probably could have designed the plane to hold more fuel, but where's the fun in that?
Facts.
Instead, he's devised a slightly more
Where's the fun,
elaborate
chat?
solution, building 3 identical planes for the mission. In addition to their speed, the professors equipped them with a few other incredible features. Each of the planes can turn on a dime and instantly transfer any amount of its fuel to any of the others in midair without slowing down, provided they're next to each other. The professor will pilot the first plane, while his 2 assistants Fugori and Orokana will pilot each of the others. However, only one airport, located on the equator, has granted permission for the experiment, making it the starting point, the finish line, and the only spot where the planes can land, take off, or refuel on the ground. How should the 3 planes coordinate so the professor can fly continuously for the whole trip and achieve his dream, without anyone running out of fuel and crashing?
All right. Pause here if you want to figure it out for yourself. The professor's plane must make a single continuous trip around the world without landing or turning around. Each plane can travel exactly 1 degree of longitude in 1 minute for every kiloliter of fuel. Each can hold a maximum of 180 kiloliters of fuel. Any plane can refuel any of the others in midair by meeting at the same point and instantly transferring any amount of fuel. The helpers' planes can turn around instantly without burning any fuel. Only one airport is available for any of the planes to land, take off, or refuel. So they can hold a maximum 180 kiloliters of fuel. So 180 kiloliters of fuel. And then every 1 degree of longitude equals 1 min of fuel. Perfect. Okay, I don't remember how many kilometers they're trying to travel. Did they ever say, Chai? Did they ever say how many kilometers they're trying to go?
Professor Fukano, the famous eccentric scientist and adventurer, has embarked on a new challenge, flying around the world non-stop in a plane of his own design. Able to travel
Or am
consistently
I just supposed
at
to
the
know how big the
incredible
Earth is?
speed of 1 degree longitude around the equator per minute, the plane would take 6 hours to circle.
Okay, 6 hours. So 360 minutes. So 180 kiloliters of fuel. 1 degree is 1 minute of fuel. So we need 360 kiloliters of fuel. Okay, perfect.
The world. There's just one problem. The plane can only hold 180 kiloliters
Sometimes
of
it's good to
fuel,
work backwards, chat,
only
you know?
enough for exactly half the journey.
Okay.
Let's be honest. The professor probably could have designed the plane to hold more fuel, but where's the
Facts.
fun in that? Instead, he's devised a slightly more elaborate solution, building 3 identical planes for the mission. In addition to their speed, the professors equipped them with a few other incredible features. Each of the planes can turn on a dime and instantly transfer any amount of its fuel to any of the others in midair without slowing down, provided
I'm just
they're
trying to
next
figure out
each
where the
other.
other airplane or airport
The
is.
professor will pilot the first plane, while his 2 assistants Fugori and Orokana will pilot each of the others.
Beautiful.
However, only one airport, located on the equator, has granted permission for the experiment, making it the starting point, the finish line, and the only spot where the planes can land, take off, or refuel on the ground. How should the 3 planes coordinate so the professor can fly?
Okay, so All right, I'm going to make a big old circle. Starting point. Okay, the starting point is here. And that's 0. So the main dude already has 180. He has half the fuel already to himself, right? So he just needs to get a half tank from each person, right? So this is very easy, chat. So basically, he can get himself to here, right? He can get himself halfway, and he just needs fuel here, right? In theory, that's why it's so easy. Why is it not that easy, chat? Because none of the planes can run out of fuel. So if the planes fly next to him, correct? They fly next to him, okay? Now they've used half of their fuel to get there, right? They've used half of their fuel to get here. If they give him half of it, if they give him half of their fuel now, then they would be screwed. But that's only if you look at it linearly, right? If you look at it singularly. If just one plane goes with him. But if both planes go with him, okay, they can each give him a quarter. Oh, no. That wouldn't work either because then they would only get halfway back. So we're going to have to there has to be a simple solution. So how much time do I have? How much time do I have? I'm like this close to figuring it out. Frick. Okay. So he's going to give them a quarter, like both of them. Okay. I got it. Bang quarter. All right. So whenever he loses a quarter of a tank from the starting point, he's going to be given a quarter of the tank. Okay? Does that make sense? So like, let's look at this meeting point. So he's going to get a quarter of the tank here from one of them. Okay? So now he's at a full tank here. Then he's going to make it to here. All right? And he's going to get the other quarter of a tank from the second one, right? But now that second one only has a quarter of a tank to get back. But the first one that dropped off here now has a full tank to fly to this midway point where the quarter is at, right? So now at this point, they're about to be out of gas. But now they have a 3/4 tank. So this guy can safely give this one, the other assistant, a quarter, right? Give him a quarter there to help them get back. So now he's got a full tank to make it to this side. Okay? So now he's got a full tank to make it all the way here. Now, how do we solve this problem without everybody dying? Okay? So now let's say he uses all of his stuff to get here, and then there's one waiting here with half a tank now because they've had to go halfway there. How much time do I have to explain this? Okay. They've had to go halfway here. Okay. And they give him a quarter of a tank. So now each of them have a quarter of a tank to meet at this point, right? Where there's 1/4 of the journey left. So now someone's going to leave the starting point to meet them in the middle here with a full tank. So whenever he meets here, he'll have 3/4 of a tank, meaning he can give a quarter to each of the other pilots, leaving all of them with no fuel left whenever they land.
Fly
Perfectly.
continuously for the whole trip and achieve his dream
Halite.
without anyone running out of fuel and crashing.
Come on, baby. Yeah. So to clarify, does everyone understand what I was saying? Everyone get that?
According to the professor's calculations, they should be able to pull it off
We can.
by a hair.
Yep.
The key is to maximize the support each assistant provides, not wasting a single kiloliter of fuel. It also
Facts.
helps us to think symmetrically, so
Yes.
they can make shorter trips in either direction,
Beautiful.
while setting the professor up for a long, unsupported stretch in the middle. Here's his solution. All 3 planes take off at noon, flying west,
Facts.
each fully loaded with 180 kiloliters. After 45 minutes, or
Yep.
1/8 of the way around,
Yep.
each plane has 135 kiloliters left.
Yep.
Otokana gives 45 to the professor and 45 to Fugori, fully refueling them both. With her remaining 45, Otokana returns to the airport and heads to the lounge for a well-deserved break. 45 minutes later, with 1/4 of the trip complete, the professor and Fugori are both at 135 kiloliters again. Fugori transfers 45 into the professor's tank, leaving himself with the 90 he needs to return.
There are more than one way to skip a rabbit. I did it a different way, but this works. I'm gonna get back with 0. My way still works.
Professor Fukano stretches and puts on his favorite album.
My
He'll
bad.
be alone for a while. In the meantime, Otokana has been anxiously awaiting Fugori's return.
We just did it a
her
different
plane
way.
fully refueled and ready to go. As soon as his plane touches the ground, she takes off, this time flying east. At this point,
W.
exactly 180 minutes have
Wow.
passed, and the professor is at the halfway point of his journey, with 90 kiloliters of fuel left. For the next 90
You
minutes,
spend that 500
the
on a
professor
mic?
and Otokana's planes
That
fly
500
towards each
sitting
other,
back there right
meeting
now
at the
on a
3/4 mark.
Lego set.
Just as the professor's fuel is about to run out,
Incredible.
he sees Otokana's plane. She gives him
A
45
quarter.
kiloliters of her remaining 90,
And then we go
leaving
back.
them with 45 each.
Beautiful.
But that's just half of what they need to
Right.
make it to the airport. Fortunately, this is exactly when Fugori, having refueled, takes off. 45 minutes later, just as the other two planes are about to run empty, he meets them at the 315-degree point and transfers 45 kiloliters of fuel
Incredible.
to each, leaving 45 for himself.
Incredible.
All three planes land at the airport
Yeah.
just as their fuel gauges reach 0.
Yeah.
As the reporters and photographers cheer, the professor promises his planes will soon be available for commercial flights, just as soon as they figure out how to keep their in-flight meals from spilling everywhere.
Chad, are we going to count that? Chad, do we count that? Even though in the first half, my strategy was slightly different. Are we counting that one? Yes? Yes? W. I love ya. I love ya. All right, let's check. Oh, no. Which one is this one? Can you solve the airplane riddle? Unstoppable blob riddle? I guess. Shout out Alexis. Keeping me honest, I guess.
A shooting star crashes on Earth, and a hideous blob, forming itself into a flat triangle and nano. And the blobbing blob, the 90
I've done this one
degrees,
before. I don't want to cheat. I don't think I remember it, but I've done it for sure.
And the world's most
Done this one too. How much time? Oh my gosh, 57 minutes. We've only done 2.
laws, you've been locked in the dungeon with only a greatest mathematician. But ever since you criticized the emperor's tax law,
Okay, I haven't done this one. Okay. Let's reset the stopwatch. Bang. Refresh. Bang. Bang. Let's start it.
you're the realm's greatest mathematician. But ever since you criticized the emperor's tax laws, you've been locked in the dungeon.
Says
with
0,
only a
not 2. Yeah,
marker
I needed to
count
fix
the
that.
days.
Good looks.
But one day, you're suddenly brought before the emperor, who looks even angrier than usual.
Bang.
One of his 12 governors has been convicted of paying his taxes with a counterfeit coin, which has already made its way into the treasury. As the kingdom's greatest mathematician, you've been granted a chance to earn your freedom by identifying the fake. Before you are the 12 identical-looking coins and a balance scale.
Okay.
You know that the false coin will be very slightly lighter or heavier than the rest. But the emperor's not a patient man. You may only use the scale 3 times before you'll be thrown back into the dungeon. You look around for anything else you can use, but there's nothing in the room. Just the coins, the scale, and your trusty marker. How do you identify the counterfeit?
All 12 coins look identical. 11 of the coins weigh exactly the same. The 12th is very slightly heavier or slightly lighter. The only available weighing method is the balance scale. It can only tell you if both sides are equal or if one side is heavier than the others. You may only use the scale no more than 3 times. You may write on the coins with your marker, and this will not change their weight. There's no bribing the guards or any other trick. See, because I was thinking, right, what if we slowly put the coins on each side? I feel like that would be very, very simple. Just saying. But we have 2 minutes. Okay. Or we have 8 more minutes to solve this. 11 the coins weigh exactly the same. How the freaking heck are we going to do this? Chad, do we have any engineers in the chat? Any engineer? Draw marks on them. They will show up different if they're fake. So start 6-6. Figure out which side it's on, and then 3 and 3. The problem is we can't figure out what side it's on based off of what we know if we do 6 and 6 and then 3 and 3. Because we don't know if it's heavier or if it's lighter. So we don't know what side it's on. Regardless. Right? We don't know. So we're going to have to come up with a strategy to start to eliminate some of the coins. Right? So I saw someone in the chat. If it's 6 and 6, it should be equal. Incorrect, right? Because we know for a fact that the coin is going to be in, right? It's going to be in that group of 12, right? It's going to be in that group of 12. So we need to start eliminating coins. So I saw a comment on TikTok, which is exactly what I would start off with. You put 8 on there, right? So we're going to do 4 on one side and 4 on the other side. And now we're leaving 4 off. Why do we do this? Well, if you do 4 on one side and then 4 on the other side, and the scale is even, you know that the counterfeit is not there, which is phenomenal. Why? Because now you just got rid of 8 coins. But if that side is completely, if it's off balance there, totally fine, because now you know that those other 4 coins are gone, right? But now that I've said this, I believe this is flawed, and I think that we should start off with 3 and 3 to cut off half immediately. Why would we only go for a third rather than going for a half? So let's do 3 and 3 on each side. If that is balanced, now we've gotten rid of 6. Regardless, either way, we're getting rid of 6 coins. Perfect, right? So now we've got 3 and 3 on the board, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to go 4 and 4, okay? We're going to go 4 and 4. Oh, even that's a little bit slow. Yeah, we're going to have to. Or we're going to have to go 2 and 2. We're going to take the other 2 out of the pile, sit them down, right? Hopefully, and I mean this, hopefully, these 2 and 2 are balanced. That would be phenomenal. That would be great, right? Need those to be gone. But it's probably not what's going to happen. Let's assume that these are off balance, right? So now we've got 1 and 1 against one another, and one's either heavier or one's lighter, and we're not sure which one is the actual thing, but we've narrowed it down to 50-50. Off of this one method. We've narrowed it down to 50-50. Now, the fourth and final step would be to put one of the coins that we know is good with one of the coins that we think is bad, because we've narrowed it down to 2. So how can we get to a 1 and 1 earlier with the coin that we know is messed up? I'm not sure if it's possible. Yes, it is. It is possible. Okay. It's possible, chat. So what we have to do is flip over to this side, we've got 6 here, okay? So we need to figure out a way to test 3 of them because we need to cut it in half again, okay? So we're going to test 3. So we're going to take 3 of the coins, right? We're going to take 3 of the coins, and we're going to put 2 on one side, 1 on the other, and then we're going to take one of our coins that we know is good, and we're going to put it on the balance. Why are we going to do that? Because now we're testing these 3, but we're also testing the other 3. So now we've got 3 over here, 3 over here, again, right? So now either we're going to be able to perfectly identify the coin right there, which would be sick, right? How could we perfectly identify the coin? We couldn't, actually, now that I've thought about it, because we don't know if it's heavier or lighter, but we'd be able to identify if those 3 coins are the problem, wouldn't we? Yes, we would. Okay, but let's say that it's not those 3. Either way, 3 of those, we're going to be able to figure out that these 3 are the good ones, these 3 are the bad ones. Figure out which one the good ones are. Now we're left with 3. So now we have 6, and then we have now we have 9 total coins that have been marked, right? So now we have 9 good coins. 9 good coins. Good. Perfect. And we've only used the scale twice. So now we are left with 3 coins that we do not know if they're good or not. Okay? So how are we going to solve for the 1? If we have 3. Oh, I know. So now that we have 3, we just go 1 and 1. I don't know why that took me so long. We just go 1 and 1. If they're equal, phenomenal. It's not that one, it's the outlier. If they're not equal, once again, we have a 50-50 chance. That freaking blows it. We don't know if it's heavier or lighter. How do we solve that? We need to do this faster. I have a minute 15. We have a minute 15. A minute 15. Alexis, I'll explain why your way doesn't work after this. The 6 and 6 wouldn't work. You have to cut it in half immediately. Like, you can't have 6 and 6 on there because we don't know which one's heavier or lighter. It doesn't work. So now we have 1 and 1. But we need to test it against one that we already know is good. Whatever. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. So I'll explain. I'll use my remaining time. What I'm going to say is that we go 3 versus 3, and then 2 versus 2, and we utilize one of the ones that we already know is good, and then we narrow it down to the final 2 here. Yeah, we go 3 versus 3, and then 2 versus 2. Yeah. If it's 6 and 6 and 1 12 out of 12, then it wouldn't be balanced. No. Yeah, I know that the time's up. Alexis, so, all right, I just want to explain, just so you don't think I'm ignoring you. If it's 6 and 6, right, there's 12 of them. One of the, it's for sure going to be misbalanced, right? Like 100%. It's going to be misbalanced. But we don't know if the coin is heavier or lighter. So all we would know is what we already know, and that's that the coin is in the balance. So, like, let's say that we take the lighter side, right? The one that's a little bit higher, and we take those 6 coins and start testing with them. We've already used one of our 3 ways to establish that the coin is in the group. But we already know that. Right? 4, 4, and 4. If it's even, both go. So what I have is I have 3 and 3. If it's even, swap to the other group. And then we have 6 there. And then 3 and 3 again. Right? Isn't that what I did? 3 and 3. Yeah, take those 6. Yeah, and then we have 2 and 2 with one of the ones that we already know. Yeah. All right, I went 3 and 3 and then 2 and 2 and then 1 and 1. but I could be wrong. All right, here we go. Yeah, you marked the good ones.
Weigh each coin against all of the others.
Right.
So you'll have to weigh several coins at the same time by splitting the stack into multiple piles.
Right.
Then narrowing down where the false coin is. Start by dividing the 12 coins into 3 equal piles of 4. Placing
Nick,
2
you're
of these on the
a
scale
dog, baby.
gives us 2 possible
Nick, you're a dog.
outcomes. If the 2 sides balance, all 8 coins on the scale are real.
That's really good because you cut out, instead of me, I'm only cutting out half. You're cutting off 3 of them, which is awesome.
And the fake must be among the remaining 4. So how do you keep track of these results?
Marker.
That's where the marker comes in. Mark the 8 authentic coins with a 0.
This
now
is flawed.
take 3 of them and weigh them against 3 unmarked.
This is flawed, but I'll explain why in a
coins.
second.
If they balance, the remaining unmarked coin must be the fake.
Facts.
If they don't, draw a plus on the 3 unmarked coins if they're heavier, or a minus if they're lighter. Now take 2 of the newly marked coins and weigh them against each other. If they balance, the 3rd coin is fake.
This is flawed.
Otherwise, look at their marks. If they are plus coins, the heavier one is the imposter. If they are marked with minus, it's the lighter one. But what if the first 2 piles you weigh
There we go.
balance?
Yes, here we go.
Mark the coins on the heavier side
Yes.
with a plus,
Okay.
and those on the lighter side with a minus.
Okay. Now I'm
you
getting
can
the
also
answer.
mark the remaining 4 coins with zeros,
Yeah.
since you know the fake one is already somewhere
Yeah,
on the
so those
scale.
are gone. We marked those out.
Now
okay,
you'll
bad.
need to think strategically.
This
so
is
you
yeah,
can
because
remove all
this is really hard here. Like, what do you do with these 8 now?
remaining ambiguity in just 2 more
Yeah, it's
weighings.
very hard.
To do this, you'll need to reassemble the piles. One method is to replace 3 of the plus coins with 3 of the minus coins, and replace those with 3 of the 0 coins.
Yeah.
From here, you have 3 possibilities. If the previously heavier side of the scale is still heavier, that means either the remaining plus coin on that side is actually the heavier one, or the remaining minus coin on the lighter side is actually the lighter one. Choose either one of them and weigh it against one of the regular coins to see which is true. If the previously heavier side became lighter, that means one of the 3 minus coins you moved is actually the lighter one. Weigh 2 of them against each other.
Yeah.
If they balance, the 3rd is counterfeit.
Yeah.
If not, the lighter one is. Similarly, if the 2 sides balanced after your substitution, then one of the 3 plus coins you removed must be the heavier one.
Yeah.
Weigh 2 of them against each other. If they balance, the 3rd one is fake. If not, then it's
That's
the
so
heavier
cool.
one.
The plus and minus sign was the missing piece of the puzzle, chat. The plus and minus sign was what I was missing in the solution.
The Emperor nods
That's really good.
approvingly at your finding.
That's really good. The plus and minus sign was actually really smart.
And the counterfeiting lord takes your place in the dungeon.
Perfect. That was a good one. I'm actually a little sad that we didn't come to a solution because we were so close. But the plus and minus sign was sick. Bragless, thank you so much for the rose. Appreciate you. All right, let's keep it pushing. See if I've done this one.
By the tyrannical rulers with a next morning.
I haven't done this one. Okay. Have not done this one. Let's do the stopwatch.
In this dystopian
Refresh,
world,
please.
your resistance group is humanity's last hope. Unfortunately, you've all been captured by the tyrannical rulers and brought to the ancient
Why no
Colosseum
refresh?
for their deadly entertainment. Before you're thrown into the dungeon, you see many numbered hallways leading outside, but each exit
There we go.
is blocked by an electric barrier with a combination keypad. You learn that one of you will be allowed to try to escape by passing a challenge, while everyone else
doing
will
phenomenally
be fed
reckless.
to the mutant
This is so much
salamanders
fun.
the next morning.
Okay.
With her perfect logical reasoning,
We have to
Zara
get
is
all
the
3 of
obvious
these right.
choice. You
We got to go
hand her
back to
a
back to back
concealed
here.
audio transmitter so that the rest of you can listen along. As Zara is led away, you hear her footsteps echo through one of the hallways, then stop. A voice announces that she must enter a code consisting of 3 positive whole numbers in ascending order, So the second number is greater than or equal to the first, and the third is greater than or equal to the second. She may ask for up to 3 clues, but if she makes a wrong guess or says anything else, she'll be thrown back into the dungeon. For the first clue, the voice says the product of the 3 numbers is 36. When Zara asks for the second clue, it tells her the sum of the numbers is the same as the number of the hallway she entered. There's a long silence. You're sure Zara remembers the hallway number, but there's no way for you to know it, and she can't say it out loud. If Zara could enter the passcode at this point, she would, but instead she asks for the third clue, and the voice announces that the largest number appears only once in the combination. Moments later, the buzz of the electric barrier stops for a few seconds, and you realize that Zara has escaped. Unfortunately, her transmitter is no longer in range, so that's all the information you get. Can you find the solution?
All right. The product of the 3 numbers is 36. The sum of the 3 numbers is the same as Zara's hallway number, which you don't know, but she does. Sick. The largest number must be unique. And Zara, a perfect logician, needed clues 1 through 3 to escape. So we needed to know that the largest number must be unique, which means that we were concerned that the number could be repeating. Okay. The product of the 3 numbers is 36. Chat, what's interesting here is I suppose that the number 3, the largest number must be unique, means that there has to be repeating numbers, right? Two, 2, and 6. Isn't 6 times 4 24? Yeah, 6 times 4 is 24, pimp. So there has to be 2 repeating numbers. Oh, we've got 3, 3, and 4. 3, 3, and 6. It can't be 3, 3, and 6. It could be 3, 3, and 4. It could also be 2, 2, and 9. Right? But the 3 numbers have to be in ascending order. Right? Find 3 numbers in ascending order. So that's something really, really important to remember here, chat. Remember in the beginning, right?
In world, your
Come on, man.
captured by the tyrannical rule of ancient colonies, but each exit is blocked by an electric barrier with a combination keypad. You learn that one of you will be allowed to try to escape by passing a challenge, while everyone else will the next morning. Logical reasoning is the obvious choice. Hand her a code so that the rest, as Zara is led away one of the hallways,
Brother,
stop.
please.
Her a code consisting of 3 positive whole numbers in ascending order.
In ascending order, chat. So that's really important, right? Okay. So that means that we have to go. Okay, I'm seeing 2, 3, and 6. So 3 times 6 would be 18, and then 2 would make it 36, right? But now let's work backwards, because that would mean that the hall number would have to be 11.
Appears only once,
which is important, right?
Moments later, the buzz of the and you realize, unfortunately, you're in range. Can you?
So this is important because Zara would have to assume that adding the number, the largest number, twice could still give you the outcome that you would want. Does that make sense? So like, let's say she entered hallway number 11. Okay, because I'm seeing who 2, 3, and 6 from Brendan. That would be hallway 11, right? And they have to be in ascending order. So how could we get hallway number 11? It would be if it was like what? Like 1. All right, it couldn't be 1, 5, and 5 because we have to get to 36. So it could be 1, 6, and 6. Right? But it's not 1, 6, and 6 because we know. Or that would be hallway number 13, wouldn't it? So it's got to be hallway number 13 because 1, 6, and 6 would be hallway number 13, which is exactly why what Blake just put in the chat is right. It has to be 1, 4, and 9 because it takes the 2, 6, and 6 out of the equation. Or excuse me, the 1, 6, and 6. So it has to be 1, 4, and 9 instead of 1, 6, and 6. So it's 1, 4, 9. Bang. 1, 4, 9. Perfect. So they're in ascending order as well. Perfect.
You're worried about
unique
the
last
fact
number,
that
so
you
we
don't
had to know that.
Zara's hallway number.
So
But
it's
you
hallway
decide
number
to start
13.
from the beginning anyways.
Come on,
From
baby.
the first clue, you work out all of the 8 possible combinations that come out to a product of 36. One of these must be right, but which one?
No, we're good.
Now comes the hard part. Even though you don't know which number you're looking for, you decide to work out the sum of each combination.
Adds up to 14. That's where we. Oh shit, you're
That's
right.
when it hits you. All but 2 of the sums are
Fuck.
unique.
I don't know.
And if the hallway number
1, 6, and 6, 2, 2, and 9. But that's what we had. No, fuck.
had matched any of these,
Fuck.
Zara would have known the correct combination right then and there, without asking for the third clue.
I just screwed the easiest one. 2, 2, and 9, man. Oh, this was the easiest riddle we've ever done. All right, I got to keep pushing, chat. I got to start over the timer because I've got to get 3 right in 30 minutes. Here we go. Lock it in, baby. Here we go. Dude, I just boofed that one. I actually just boofed that one so hard. Oh my gosh, that sucks. Boofed, chat. Boofed. Can't eat. You can't watch. You're making me nervous.
It's a good day to be a pirate. Amaro and his 4 mateys, Bart,
Nope,
Charlotte,
I've done this one before.
Daniel,
It's too easy. Keep pushing. Gosh, I gotta go pee, chat.
You've found the hidden switches, evaded the secret traps, and now your expedition finally stands at the heart of the ancient temple inside the lost city. But as you study the inscriptions in the near total darkness, 2 of the 8 graduate students accompanying you bump into the altar. Suddenly, 2 wisps of green smoke burst forth, and the walls begin to shake. Fleeing for your lives, you come to a room you passed before with 5 hallways, including the one to the altar and the one leading back outside. The giant sandglass in the center is now flowing with less than an hour before it empties, and the rumbling tells you that you don't want to be around when that happens. From what you recall of your way here, it would take about 20 minutes to reach the exit at a fast pace. You know this is the last junction before the exit, but your trail markings have been erased, and no one remembers the way. If 9 of you split up, there should be just enough time for each group to explore one of the 4 halls ahead and report back to this room, with everyone then making a run down the correct path.
Perfect.
There's just one problem.
No.
The inscriptions told of the altar's curse, the spirits of the city's king and queen possessing intruders and leading them to their doom through deception. Remembering the green smoke, you realize 2 of the students have been cursed. At any time, one or both of them might lie, though they also might tell the truth. You know for sure that the curse didn't get you, but you don't know which students can't be trusted. And because the possessed students may lie only occasionally, there is no guaranteed way to test them to determine which are cursed. Can you figure out a way to ensure that you all escape? Don't worry about the possessed students attacking or otherwise harming the others. This curse only affects their communication.
Pause the video now if you want to figure it out for yourself. Dude, they didn't give me all the things? Chad, they didn't give me all the things. No. Dude, no, they didn't give me all the things. All right, let's just go to this. Let's go to this one. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's 9 of us. Chad, I have to pee. I have to pee so bad. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry. I had to pee. Y'all know I had to pee if I stopped my riddle stuff. Okay. So here's the thing, right? If we send ourselves out solo, sure, we're going and getting like a known route of whether or not it's right or not. But we also run the risk of sending the two people together, right? But if we run the risk of sending the two people together, is that really the worst thing? Because here's why. If we go by ourselves on one, so this is what we need to do. There's 9 of us. We send ourselves by ourselves, and then we send the other 2 groups with 4. Because let's say that we get the king and queen together, and they're like, no, it's our way. And then we have the other group come back, and they're like, no, it's our way. Well, I guess then at that point, you would have to disseminate who is lying and who is telling the truth, which is quite difficult. Which is why we should not do this. Do you take someone with you? Chad, do you take someone with you? Groups of 3 down 3 halls? And then what, we just fuck it, we ball? Because we only have enough time to test all the halls. Right? You guys get that? Have we already established that one of them is the altar?
You know this is the last junction before the exit, but your trail markings have been erased.
Yeah, we don't know
and
which
no
one is the altar.
The way.
Yeah, we don't know which one is the altar. Yes, you do. Watch a minute more. Am I faded?
If 9 of you split up, there should be just enough time for each group to explore one of the 4 halls ahead and report back to this room, with everyone then making a run down the correct path. There's just one problem. The inscriptions but suddenly, 2 went to shake. Fleeing for your lives, you come to a room you passed before with 5 hallways, including the one to the altar.
Oh, sick. Oh, yeah, then we just go 3 through there. Oh, perfect. Bet. Easy. Easy dub. 3, 3, 3. Good shit, chat. I wasn't paying attention. I was focused on peeing. All right, bang.
Won't work.
Give me 3, 3, 3.
If one group came back split 2 versus 2, you'd have to guess who to trust. But splitting them into 1 pair and 2 trios would work every time. And here's why. The possessed students
We
might
failed
lie,
this one
or
too,
they might
chat!
not. But you know there are only 2 of them, while the other 6 will always tell the truth. When each group returns to the hall, all of its members will either give the same report or argue about whether they found the exit. If a trio returns in total agreement, then you know none of them are lying. With the pair, you can't be sure either way, but all you need is reliable evidence about 3 of the 4
Why didn't I
paths.
just take my
The
time?
4th you can figure out using the process of elimination. Of course, none of this matters if you're lucky enough to find the exit yourself. But otherwise, putting everything together leaves you with 3 possibilities. If each group gives a consistent answer, either everyone is telling the truth.
No, we got that one.
or
No,
the
we
2
didn't.
possessed students.
We all said go 3, 3, and 3, and we would figure out which one was. If no one found the exit, then the other one was the exit. But we didn't say that. The correct solution was 3, 3, 2.
Paired together. In either case,
Not 3, 3,
ignore the
3.
duo. If there's only one group arguing, both others must be telling the truth. And if there are 2 conflicts, then the possessed students are in separate groups, and you can safely trust the majority in both trios.
I trusted you
since
guys,
at
chat.
least 2 people in each will be truthful. The temple collapses behind you as greenish vapors escape from 2 of the students. You're all safe and free from the curse. After that ordeal, you tell your group they all deserve a vacation, and you just happen to have another expedition coming up.
People are saying both would work. Still a valid answer. Look, I'll take credit for it. I went with Dell's answer. Y'all wanted me to take credit for it? I'll take credit. Are we counting that one? I'll take credit for it for sure. But I'm just saying, if I would have came up with an answer that also worked on the other one, ain't no way we get credit. Wow, we're counting it. It's my lucky day. Chat, I think, you know what? I figured out exactly how to get what I want in streaming. I make it feel like it's y'all's fault, and then I'm like, chat. Wait, that's gaslighting. I don't think I can do that. That's messed up. I'm like, Chad, man, what the heck, dude? You're like, no, bro, count it, Hunter. Count it. Sure. Love you guys.
Your favorite band is great at playing
Based.
music.
Manipulate chat. All right. I've done this one before. Nutri, are these all Ted?
Your rich, eccentric uncle just passed away.
Okay, I haven't done this one. Yes, okay, but call me Gaslight. I like that.
Have been invited to the reading of his will. He wanted to leave all of his money to you.
Give me the money.
He knew that if he did, your relatives would pester you forever. So he is banking on the fact that he taught you everything you need to know about riddles. Your uncle left the following note in his will. I have created a puzzle. If
I can't believe they made the narrator do that. How much did they pay this narrator to do this voiceover? It sounds like they got me to do the voiceover, bro. No chance. No chance this is real.
If all 100 of you answer it in his will about riddles. Your uncle left the following note in his will. I have created a puzzle. If all 100 of you answer it together, you will share the money evenly. However, if you are the first to find the pattern and solve the problem without going through all of the legwork, you will get the entire inheritance all to yourself. Good luck. The lawyer
Good luck.
takes you and your 99 relatives to a secret room in the mansion that contains 100 lockers, each hiding a single word. He explains, every relative is assigned a number from 1 to 100.
Can't girl boss chat? That's rude.
Will open
Listen,
every locker.
I need me a girl
Air
boss.
2 will then close
Where's my
every
CEO
second
at?
locker. Air 3 will change the status of every third locker. Specifically, if it's open, she'll close it. But if it's closed, she'll open it. This pattern will continue until all 100 of you have gone. The words in the lockers that remain open at the end will help you crack the code for the safe. Before Cousin Thaddeus can even start down.
Why Thaddeus built like a pear? Why Thaddeus built like a frog from one of the Enchanted movies? Why Thaddeus looked like the guy who would be like cleaning chimneys in like the Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious movie and then be dancing with the kids at the end? Why Thaddeus got no toes? Why Thaddeus got no bunda? Why Thaddeus look like he's on peg legs?
Down the line, you step forward and tell the lawyer you know which lockers will remain open. But how?
Bro, they didn't give me the tips. Chat, I wasn't paying attention. I gotta rewatch it and actually take notes. Fuck.
Your rich, eccentric uncle just passed away.
Yep.
It's bank riddles. It's a puzzle. If all 100 of you answer it together, you will share the money evenly.
Okay.
However, if you are the first to find the pattern and solve the problem without going through all of the legwork, you will get the entire inheritance all to yourself. Good luck.
Okay.
The lawyer takes you and your 99 relatives to a secret room in the mansion that contains 100 lockers, each hiding a single word. He explains, every relative is assigned a number from 1 to 100. Air 1 will open every locker. Air 2 will then close every second locker. Air 3 will change the status of every third locker. Specifically, if it's open, she'll close it. But if it's closed, she'll open it. This pattern will continue until all 100 of you have gone. The words in the lockers that remain open at the end will help you crack the code for the safe. Before Cousin Thaddeus, Air 1 will open every locker. Air 2 will then close every second locker. Air 3 will change the status of every third locker. Specifically, if it's open, she'll close it. But if it's closed, she'll open it. This pattern will continue until all 100 of you have gone. The words in the lockers that remain open at the end will help you crack the code for the safe. Before Cousin Thaddeus,
I'm a little bit confused by what they mean with
have gone.
Okay. That actually makes a lot of sense. Okay, so then they'll do every sixth one. Wait, so after 50, they're not really touching anything but the one that they were already touching. How much time? I've got 5 minutes. Okay. We can figure this out. So, shit. Okay.
The words in the lockers that specifically,
I want to see all the
status of
lockers.
closed in every locker. 100. Air 1
Okay, here we go.
will open
Every locker. Perfect.
Air 2
Bang.
will then close every second locker.
Yep.
Air 3 will change the
Perfect. So this is where we're at whenever we get to 3. And then we need to get to 4.
status of every third locker.
Okay. So every third locker. Shit.
Air 3 will change the status of
When a locker has an even number, the locker is closed.
every third locker.
Huh. Okay, so this is every third locker. So now there are 3.
Third locker. Specifically,
Chad, are
if
you
it's
guys
3,
seeing that?
will change the status of every third.
So now it's like 1 and then it's 3. And it's 3. Wait, so it should be. So if the fourth one did every fourth locker, this one would open. And this one would open. And this one would close. This one would open. Wait, so there should be 4, right? Open. Open. Close. Open. Open. Close. So there's patterns with all of this. It'd be like 4, 4, 4, 2. Man. Think of factors. You need to figure out what are perfect squares. I mean, you guys can help me. So I've got 2 minutes left. If you want to help, my ego's not that big where I won't accept help. So every perfect square should work. So like narrow it down to the prime numbers. So at 1, 7, 3. So 1, 3, 5, 7, like those. Wait, prime numbers. What about Twitch Prime? I don't even stream on Twitch. Those will be open? They are open right now. Okay, so we got what? 1, 3, 5, 7, 11. 13. 17. 19. Are those prime numbers actually? 23. Mm. It's perfect squares that will be open, not prime numbers. We're positive on perfect squares? 100%? Like the product of perfect squares or what? So what are we talking? Like 1, 4, 9, 16, 25? That's what we're talking about? All right. Final answer, perfect squares will be open. You guys are the goats.
Third locker. Specifically, if it's open, she'll close it. But if it's closed,
You guys are the best.
she'll open it.
Let's go.
This pattern will continue until all 100 of you have gone. The code for the safe. Before Cousin Sawyer,
You guys are the best.
the key is realizing that the number of times a locker is touched is the
Pause.
same as the number of factors in the locker number. For example, in locker number 6, person 1 will open it, person 2 will close it, person 3 will open it, and person 6 will close it.
Permanently,
The
huh?
numbers 1, 2, 3, and 6 are the factors of 6. So when a locker has an even number of factors, it'll remain closed. And when it has an odd number of factors, it'll remain open. Most of the lockers have an even number of factors, which makes sense because factors naturally pair up.
No!
In fact, the only lockers that have an odd number of factors are perfect squares.
Yes!
Because those have one factor that
Never
when
mind,
multiplied
chat.
by
Yes!
itself equals the number.
Woo!
For
Yeah!
locker 9, 1 will open it, 3
Yes!
will close it, and 9 will open it.
You guys are the
3
goats.
times 3 equals 9.
Yep.
But the 3 can only be counted once.
Yep. Love that.
Therefore, every
You guys are the
locker
best.
that is a perfect
Wow.
square will
Chat,
remain
carry
open.
me!
You know that these 10 lockers are the solution, so you open them immediately and read the words inside. The code is the first 5 lockers touched only twice. You realize that the only lockers touched twice have to be prime numbers, since each only has 2 factors, 1 and
Wow.
itself.
Incredible. Okay, chat, we figured this one out. Let's go on to the next one. Right now we have 11 minutes left on the timer to solve this. Come on. Down to the wire. Down to the wire. Chat, what do you mean, what?
Your research team has found a prehistoric virus preserved in the permafrost and isolated it for
Okay, I haven't done this one. Hang on. Okay, I need to get the timer going. Chat, can we just call it what it is? We just go down to the wire on this one? Screw it. Screw it, here we go. We just go down the wire on this one. There's like 10 minutes and 40 seconds. I'm not starting the thing.
Your research team has found a prehistoric virus preserved in the permafrost.
Let's just
and
get it.
Isolated it for study.
It'll be confusing.
After a late night working, you're just closing up the lab.
Come on.
When a sudden earthquake.
Come on,
hits
Chad, we can
and
do this.
knocks
One
out
more,
the
baby.
power. As the emergency generators kick in, an alarm confirms your worst fears. All the sample vials have broken. The virus is contained for now, but unless you can destroy it, the vents will soon open and unleash a deadly airborne plague. Without hesitation, you grab your hazmat suit and get ready to save the world. The lab is a 4x4 compound of 16 rooms, with an entrance at the northwest corner and an exit at the southeast. Each room